Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and a behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Greetings, as Steve Downey would say. Welcome to the program. Gosh, it's Monday. We are into December now, the 6th of December today, guys. How y'all doing? Everybody doing all right out there? Hope you're doing okay. Quentin, how you doing? Steve, thanks for joining us today. And Jamie Minnick, hope you're recovering well, my dear. Can't wait to see you again. Tanya in the house. How you been, Tanya? Hope you're doing all right as well. Guys, thanks for being here on a Monday. This is Backstage Hall Pass from Hall Around Town Radio. It's your number one source for live local music news, bands, venues, and more. As I say, and more. Chris Reese in the house, better known as Crease, is here. Who else we got? Glenn on the YouTube channel checking in. Thanks for checking in on YouTube, Glenn, being our YouTube supporter. We appreciate that very much. Jimmy Kilroy in the house. Peggy James is here. Steve, how are you? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about your comment on TSO during the show today. Thanks for writing in and letting me know that. I appreciate it. How is everyone? You guys doing all right? Listen, that thing sounds terrible. Sounds like I need to do a little tightening here. Yeah. We got issues. We got issues, people. We do. We got issues. There we go. Let's fix it. Ed Sawicki in the house. You know, Ed, I've got a picture here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Mr. Ed Sawicki. He's an awesome photographer, people. Awesome. Took a picture of Mrs. Hall Around Town at her birthday party the other night, which we're going to mention here in a minute, at the Bell and the Bear. So, yes, Ed, thank you for that photo. That's a grand photo of Mrs. Hall Around Town in her princess birthday party that she had Thursday night. Seven West, I miss you too, man. You're playing every day of your life, it seems like. But that's good. I'm glad to hear that. I just miss hanging out with you. Gonna have to come see a show if you guys will quit playing 2 hours away. You know, well, I guess you're in my backyard Saturday night and I didn't even know it. Kind of hit me there at the last second. You guys were playing JD's. Yeah, Quentin saw TSO. Is that your first time seeing him, Quentin? I mean, the first time I ever saw him, it blew me away. And then you learn the production is just amazing with Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Hi, Julie. Thank you for dropping by. Let me see. My pictures are there. We go. All right, now I'm back. How you doing? You know, I'm going to try something here too. I'm going to try something. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's see if it works. If I can go to the second shot here. Let's see if that worked. Yeah, it did. All right. It actually did work. So I'm playing a little bit with some switching in here and some of that. And just trying to see how things look. That's an overhead view of the corner of the studio there. So we're going to have some more cameras in here and do some things, but hopefully you're hearing it all right. But I'm going to go back to the normal view if I can. There's a way to get them both up at the same time, but it's real dicey and it tends to kick you off the internet. So I'm not going to do that today, but we're going to certainly keep rolling here and talk about our Monday and our weekend update, because that is the most important part of the show today. And so how are you all? I want to know how you're doing. It's Monday. You're supposed to be out there so happy it's Monday, right? The weekend's over. It dropped to 30 degrees. What else could we want in Ohio, right? So I do appreciate you all being here. Hi, John Dale. Thank you for dropping by. All right. Yeah. I hope all is well as well. And yeah. Wow. That's awesome, Quentin. That is really cool. Really cool. Really, really cool. Julie's freezing, she said. Yeah, from what it was yesterday. Overnight last night was warm. But we're not here for a weather forecast, are we? Hi, Gary, my resident Gene Simmons. How are you? Catherine, thank you for that shameless plug. So, if you did see somebody play, guys, if you saw somebody play over the weekend, hello, Mrs. Hall around town. You just missed your picture up. Yes. And Chris Reese says when Seven gets famous, he'll pull a Kanye. He's going to have his name to Vin West, do you think? I don't know. I think when he gets famous, he's going to just forget all of us, and I won't even get access to the band bus, man. I'm worried about that. I'm worried. Mrs. Hall around town is here. Dave Worthington in the house. Jamie said she's bored, wants to get out of the house. I'm glad you're going to get out of the house Wednesday and come play trivia. That'll be fun. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. Well, let's get started on Monday, guys. Certainly, thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting live local music. And as Dave Worthington refers to you all, thank you all for being hall monitors today. Yes. What a weekend of great music we had in the tri-state, guys. It was great. Thank you for the opportunity to bring you local music news, etc., that we like to do and give you a little bit of fun here. Lee Dixon in the house of the Kevin McCoy Band. Love that man, Lee Dixon. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. All right. Like I said, guys, I'm thankful for the opportunity to bring you some of this music news that we do over the weekend and give you a quick update on our last week dilemma with the Book of Face. We did win 2 disputes. I disputed 2 of their where they're accusing us of hate speech and all that. So it's all a computer. It's all a mess. But somebody can report you. And when they report you, the computer gets involved and starts monitoring you like Big Brother. And if you say keywords and things, they tend to think that it's hate speech when it's not. And one thing that gets us every time is a bar that's in Mainville called the Blank Bar. And when we put it all together, it's considered hate speech. And I don't know why, but that's one of the things they're doing with us because it's a computerized program. So there you have it. And this little mammal was running around when it was an older bar, and that's why they called it that, and that's why it's still got the name of that, but I'll leave that name out of it right now till we can figure it out. But we did win 2 of those disputes and gave us a stay of execution with the Book of Face. And for the jackasses that report us, I can say that. Stop. We're still slowed down, as they said. That means they don't send your stuff out and like people don't see it in their feed. So that's something that's going on. So we had only had about 1,000 views on Thursday's show, which is better than the week before where they shut us down completely to 250 on Thursday evening and never pushed it out to anyone. But that's the way it works. You got to play the game with those people because they own the platform, unfortunately, and they are the only platform right now. Even though Glenn will disagree, he's on YouTube, but he's our one viewer on YouTube. And just the masses just aren't there watching the YouTube channel. So we'll do our thing. Hi, Johnny Fink. Thanks for being here. Going to chat about you in just a minute. Lee Dixon, great to see you on here, my friend. Hope we run into each other again soon. Had a great time hearing 3 songs at Mr. Burroughs a few weeks ago. That's about all I got in by the time I got there, but it was great stuff. Want to talk about Thursday's Bell and the Bear Jam that we took in. We'll give you our weekend update, and then we're going to bring you what other people brought to the show today and talked about. But Bell and the Bear Jam, it was Mrs. Hall around town's birthday, also Cricket's birthday, another birthday in the house. It was a birthday evening. Crazy. Huge thanks to Karis. I want to thank her for certainly doing the decorating for Mrs. Hall around town. And let me see if we can. I might have that somewhere. Well, there's Karis with some of the decorations she did for the table that night, and thank her for that. There's a little look at it. It's hard to see. It's a little dark, but a little hard to see. And again, thanks to Ed Sawicki for taking that picture of the princess's birthday, as we called it that night at the Bell and the Bear. Lots of great things going on. I want to say thanks to the house band, special guest host Johnny Fink that night, who is amazing. Weekly co-hosts Kevin Cooper, Jim Cuesta, and Kathy Laverde, who blow you away with their talents every week. Kathy gets on that bass. She also runs the list of who's going to play. Danny Laverty was back on drums for a few tunes, along with David Parks, who's always there playing the drums as well. Rick Dews and Kathy on the bass guitar. Many others stepping in. Also, Tim Barnhorst on guitar. Nick Rotundo came in and played a few songs that night. Had a good time with Mr. Nick Rotundo. Hi, Matt Matheny. Thanks for being here. Hi, Harlan Lee from Kick Engine. Thanks for being with us today, too. We appreciate you for being here. Matt Matheny, if you guys haven't followed him yet, do, guys. He's a rising Nashville star. Check him out. Matt Matheny on Facebook and all kinds of places. Matt, put your links in there. Drop them in the comments. Give yourself a shameless plug. We don't care. We don't. Want to give a shout out, though, Thursday night to Kareem, Chris Reese, Chelsea Calloway, Heather Mattingly, and where it came from. The stars were aligned on Thursday night, and Mr. Jim Cuesta channeled his inner Robert Plant. Never had I heard Jim do Robert Plant. Yes. Unbelievable. Killed it. Killed it. Mr. Zeppelin Cuesta, as we're going to call him. And yeah, he blew us away with that one. Good stuff. Hi, Ryan Pearson. Saw you just the other day. Good to see you on here, man. Always. So big shout out to all those guys and gals who run the jam. Karis for giving us a magical environment to have great music in. Her lineup is crazy. I mean, she has great bands, and Johnny Fink played there on Friday night in The Intrusion. Johnny Fink and The Intrusion. They're another one you'll want to check out, but want to give a special shout out to Jim for that Robert Plant, and absolutely blowing us away with that. Kevin Cooper, who can sing anything, very underrated in a way of just being kind of the guy that runs the show and does his thing, but not looking for big applause and all that. He just gets up there and he's consistently great every week. And certainly Johnny Fink and his style of blues music and bluesy style on stage with the guitar and the stage presence just was really a great night on Thursday night. Mike and Dixie Roberts, big shout out to them for hanging out. Marianne, Lori Shrivner. Oh, let's see. Jason was there. Jason Baker, Sharon Garner, and many, many others, along with Jessica, Vanessa, and Sean behind the bar. What a great bunch of people. Great bunch of folks at the Bell and the Bear Thursday Jam made for a wonderful birthday celebration for Mrs. Hall around town. It did. I got to keep rolling on, though. We've got a lot to talk about today, and I want to talk about something that we took part in on Friday night at Mr. Burroughs Tavern in Springboro. I had the opportunity to be the host of this event and MC behind the microphone, and it was for the love of children. A group called Flock, F-L-O-C. It's a nonprofit called For the Love of Children, based in Dayton, Ohio. They do about 10 programs for the kids all year long, but one of their programs is the Christmas for Kids. And had a great time hosting that. Ashley Martin was in the house. She was playing, and along with Southern Summer put together, that made the Ashley Martin Band, with Ashley on vocals, Denny Cottle on guitar and vocals, Brian Hurst on bass, and Chris Cox playing drums. It was a great night of music and fundraising that went on for the kids at Christmas. And one thing that I'm proud of is in about 3 hours, with no real, there was no real heads up to the crowd or any of that. They were just there because they're a Friday crowd at Mr. Burroughs, and they were so generous, gave over $1,000 in donations from everything from the Giving Tree. And the Giving Tree is very interesting. It had envelopes on it and with a dollar amount ranging from $5 to $100. And if you gave that dollar amount that was on the Giving Tree envelope, you got an envelope and it gave back. You had gift cards from a variety of local businesses who donated to the cause, which was really cool. And that was, I could give them a shout out too. That was Heather's, Eve's Inc., Hair Color Authority, Elsa's, Crooked Handle, Heroes, Russella's Salon, Carver's, and Mr. Burroughs. And that was just one of the ways that we made money that night. And also another way was through a little bake sale. Ashley Martin made some really good baked goods. Not only can she sing, but she made baked goods. And Marcy didn't make baked goods. She went to Dorothy Lane Market and got their good baked goods. And we joked about that, but certainly good stuff. And they sold all those items as well. Ashley's red velvet cake balls were a smashing success. People were buying those and eating them right up. So good stuff that went on at Mr. Burroughs Tavern for the love of children, raising over $1,035, I think it was, for a grand total that evening. So really good, and probably that much as well in toy donations. The toy donations that came into the boxes that were out under the tent out front where you came in were huge. So I'd say there was over $1,000 in toys there. The hostesses went around selling the baked goods. It just was a great event, all in about 3 hours time, raising that amount of money. So we had a great time. Saturday night, Julie said the cake balls were amazing. There you go. Julie had some of those. And so I want to give the whole crew at Burroughs and Ashley Martin and certainly Southern Summer a big shout out. Did a great job that night. And hope you all enjoyed it if you were there. Saturday, I know, are you sitting down? You may need to sit down. Hey, James Mathis, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Interestingly enough, took a night off music on Saturday. Did a little family night, family day. Went to our grandson's basketball game. Enjoyed that. Went out to eat, did some fun stuff, and just took a night off music. And we do that occasionally because, I can't be out every night of the week. Too old for that crap. Right, right, Mrs. Hall around town, if you're out there. But certainly had some fun reading all of your comments and the comments that came into the program. So I'm going to mention a few of those as we go here. We had a whole bunch of them that you guys wrote in this week to tell us who you got to see. And Mr. Hollywood down at Pullman Lane said he saw Sean Bell Friday night and Out of Here on Saturday night at Pullman Lane. So thank you for contributing to the delinquency of all of us here with those names. Steve Cullum, my friend Steve, saw Fleetwood Mac and Neil Diamond on his 65-inch TV. Steve, you are old. You are old. Not that those are bad groups, but get out once in a while, Steve. Get off the couch. Erica Kristen took in Electromagnetic Pulse at Bach Family Brewing in Centerville. Jimmy Kilroy wrote into us, and he said he saw Slick Willie and the Kentucky Jellies at Foley's on Thursday, Michelle Robinson at Laurie's Roadhouse on Friday, and Kevin Cooper running the open mic at Foley's on Sunday. Mr. Jim Kilroy, thank you for those comments. And guys, if you're out there and you didn't write into the show today, but you saw someone play out over the weekend, please drop it in the comments so people can see it here. We'd appreciate that very much. In fact, let me put a little ad up. There you go. Who'd you see play music this weekend? Drop it in the comments. If you will, you will. And we will certainly read those as they pop up here, or put them in and let everybody read them. That's how it works here. We're here to promote local music and the venues that bring it to you, everybody. So let's see here. Now, here's one. I love this thing on Facebook when people comment and it says top fan. I'm going to tell you, I don't believe in the word fan. I don't have fans. I have friends. So we're going to say top friend. Carol wrote in that she saw Acoustic Blue Trio at Rick's and Johnny Fink at the Bell and the Bear on Friday night. And if you know Carol, she's at a lot of music shows. Saturday, she saw Blackbone Cat at Rick's. And she says they were all awesome. So very good. Thank you, Carol, for bringing us that. Maria Romano saw Acoustic Blue also and Pandora Effect at Rick's on Friday and Fat Chance at Silverton Cafe on Saturday. Gary saw all the bands, my resident Gene Simmons, Gary, saw all the bands at Ozfest 14, at Kenny Ozfest, I should say. Christina got to see, she's popping it in there, Blackbone Cat at Rick's Tavern. And let's see what's going on here. Chris Reese wrote a book. Let's read it. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah, you were at that Mainville bar, not to be named, because if we name it, we're doing hate speech for some reason. You were with Johnny Fink at the Jam. Yes, sir. That was great. That was fantastic, by the way, Mr. Chris Reese. And yeah, Second Wind sitting on a couple with you guys. I saw that in the video or the picture somebody posted. That looked good. And of course, your Bearcats made history. Did you storm the field, Mr. Chris Reese? I hope so. Let's see what else we've got in there. James Mathis saw Six String Hustle and Alex Williams on Saturday. Must have been at JD Legends. Yeah. Pat Riley at Foley's on Saturday. Jim Kilroy left off his list. We'll throw it in there. Jeff Morris, I'm getting into yours, but we'll mention it now. The Bel Airs at the Blue Note, their big Christmas show that was sold out at the Blue Note. The Bel Airs are awesome. You want to take a trip back to Happy Days, man, that's it right there. Glenn on the YouTube channel checking in with the Turned Up Band and Don't Tell Steve on Saturday. Thank you. Turned Up Band on Friday night. Awesome stuff. You and Byron stormed the stage or stormed the field. You stormed the stage quite often, Chris. There you go. All right, let's see what we got. Lynn O'Neill. Now, I don't know if Lynn's out of state or what. She said she saw Jason Eady along with Rob X and Trey Hensley in Texas. Said a fantastic show. Linda Clifford saw the Steel Blossoms and Shootouts at the Southgate House. Carmen Buck saw DV8 at the Knotty Pine this weekend. Mark Lockhart checking in on the TSO bandwagon at the Nutter Center. Quentin Fife saw TSO as well, said great show. Devin Douglas checked in with us, and she said she saw David Thornton and Ben and Pete at a place called Jane's on Main. That's the former Taste of Wine down in Miamisburg. She said Ben and Pete was packed, and they played an extra hour. So many people attended. Louisa also seconded that on Ben and Pete. Charles Grau, montage at Froggy's on Saturday, he said he saw. Bernie Mathis checked in with the Sunny Mormon group at Hanks. Barb checked in with Rich Klein and the Budman at the Elks Lodge in Beaver Falls. This is a great time. Ryan Schwab went to Kenny Ozfest, so he saw 10 bands. Montage at Froggy's getting another one from Anthony Tony. Thank you for that, Anthony. Jeff Morris there at the Bel Airs at the Blue Note. Roy Wesson from Sepia Heyday said he checked out Tiger Sex at Ozfest. He said they killed it. Anybody seen them? I saw a video. They look pretty crazy, man. They were rocking the stage. Winona Judd at Osage Casino in Tulsa, Oklahoma. B. Blair checked in. Where are all these out-of-state people coming from? I love it. Lindsay Foltz said the Deuces Wild Band Friday at Peacocks in Erlanger and Saturday Pirates Den Bar and Grill. Mindy Haverland saw the English Beat. Joe Borad saw Heath Bowling at the Hitching Post in Darton, Ohio, Dartown, as they do it. And look at all these people that wrote in. We had a ton of people. I was only going to read a few, but I like looking at this. Gary saw Slick Willie and the Kentucky Jellies. Rick Montgomery saw the Bel Air sold out show at the Blue Note. Top friend Jill Drew said the Turned Up Band at Miami Valley Gaming and Don't Tell Steve at Hollywood Casino. Glenn, would you know Jill at all? You related? Ian Zachary Taylor saw Kenny Ozzy Fest. Yes, 14 with 80s hair metal icons, Tiger Tails. Laura Schaefer saw Bell and the Bears Open Jam. Rick and Trina, thanks to COVID, got to watch Don't Tell Steve via Facebook Live. Thanks to Steve, they said. Hope you get well. Steve Bo, saw Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Says the best show vocally he's heard. Absolute perfection. Dave Shores, TSO as well. Man, whole bunch of them. Let me get to this comment here. Oh, yes. Has anybody seen that new Beatles documentary? I keep getting told by people I need to watch it. And, I'm not a huge Beatles fan, but I think I need to check that one out. And if you ever have a documentary about music you think we need to see, please throw it in there and let us know, because I love music documentaries. I do. The Bee Gees, when I watched the last one I watched, was great. Barbara Scott saw Crying Out Loud. She said, a great show as always. Steel Blossoms getting a shout out at Natalie's Coal Fire Pizza. That's from Sandra. Luann Morgan said 5-story plunge killed it in Kettering, Ohio. Robin Dion, Bourbon Road Band at the Gano Tavern. Knucklehead at Pirates Den, very good. Donna said that one. And Rod Moore said Sean Bell at Miseries. Niles John saw Crying Out Loud as well. So there's those who wrote in. So what do we got? Okay. Yeah, there you go. Says so good. I'll have to check it out. Hi, Vincent. Thanks for joining us today, guys. And thanks for being here on a Monday. That is our kind of list of what went on over the weekend. If you have somebody out there, though, that you want to give a shout out that you saw over the weekend, we would love to do that. Don't forget Top 5 Tuesday coming your way tomorrow. Here's the Top 5 Tuesday topic for tomorrow. The top bands that you immediately change the station on your radio when they come on. Think about that overnight and be ready to contribute tomorrow. So basically, bands you don't even want to listen to, you change the station on. That's coming up tomorrow. Tuesday trivia at Mr. Burroughs Tavern tomorrow night. Still doing the sock drive. If you want to bring 2 pairs or more of kids' socks, preferably colorful ones, and you'll get a free point to play in the round sometime through there. Yes, Chris is going to lose friends tomorrow. Yes, he is. I may too. But there are some bands that just are like nails on the chalkboard. All right. Dave Worthington's all over that one tomorrow too, he says. This ought to be good. I'm ready for the comments on that one tomorrow. It'll be fun. Wednesday night, I'm going to be featuring a fun time at Bell and the Bear, guys. I'll be making my winter comeback to Bell and the Bear, where we do Name That Tune trivia the second Wednesday of every month. So Name That Tune trivia at the Bell, 7 o'clock. Get your reservations in earlier because it will fill up. We'd love to have you there, though. I'd love to see you come to the Bell. If you're one of the Southern people who watches the show and you don't want to drive up here to Heather's in the summer, come out and check it out. It's going to be fun. We're going to have some good rounds that night, including some 80s music and maybe some classic rock thrown in. So join us for that at the Bell and the Bear on Wednesday night. Can't thank you enough for being here, everybody. Hope you had a fun time with us. We had a great time with you today, and we're going to be back, like I said, tomorrow at 5 o'clock with Top 5 Tuesday. The top bands, you immediately change the station on the radio when they come on. Ooh-wee, this could get good. It really could. Let's get out of here, though. Anybody else have anything today? It's your chance. It's your chance. Throw it out there at us if you do. I'm going to throw a few pictures in the mix here. Don't forget, if you haven't done it yet, like us on Facebook. That's very important. But more importantly, as well, any chance you get, hit that little share button on the show and let people see it's out there. The more you share, the more viewers we get, or our sponsors stay involved. That's how it works. So, hit the invite button to your friends if they love music and you know people that follow your band or whatever. Get them to come on over and check out what we're doing here at All Around Town Radio. We appreciate you all so much. Hopefully you had a great day. We had a great day with you. We'll get on out of here. Throw a little music your way as we go. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next time right here at All Around Town Radio. Yeah, and bring something for the barrels. Thanks for saying that, Christina, on Wednesday. I'll mention that tomorrow as well. But there are barrels at the Bell and the Bear. You can donate there and get a free point as well. And the barrels are pictured on our page. You can bring some goodies for the four-legged friends or hats, gloves, and such. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. We'll see you soon.